this background, I don't know whose FX replay this is, but it's fucking ugly. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, I don't want to be mean and shit, but it's fucking ugly. This is the way it's supposed to be. I don't know whose FX replay that is. Anyways, it's so hot in my room. But we'll just get to backtesting. If you look at the M15, when is this? Friday 16th of August. This is like 2 weeks ago, right? Well, we have this demand. We know that gold obviously ran all the fucking way up, which we did expect because of it being bullish. Like if you look at gold, it respected every demand zone, kind of like here. You have this demand, obviously just tagging a bit here. And then you have, from that retest, you have this demand. And then from every demand, they just retested and went up. Retest went up, retest went up. So obviously along the weeks, we did say that we would go towards all-time high. We didn't go towards it, or did we? I don't know. Actually, we did. But if you would look to long, obviously there, I wouldn't have shorted anywhere there. Some people could have, but I wouldn't. Right? Let's see if you could have long from here. Well, that's a bit dead. We're just gonna assume that you could see some buys play out here. Let's say this, and then you break with this, or you would wait for a retest on like the 5 minute, something like this, right? So you just wait for a retest and then for the entry to come. Obviously no entry, then you just don't enter, so that's how you save yourself from a loss. And then the next one is going to be this, because this is the demand that broke the supply here, which gave that initial 200 pip reaction off 2500 level. Bro, we're mad sick lately. I swear these fucking planes here, they've been killing me. Catching too many flights. Ain't it, fam? Okay, here's the demand. That's a clean retest, but we're in the demand. Now you just would look for buys. You take that low, which is fine. Okay, well, let's go lower. We do have a demand here as well. So let's see if that demand would hold. Okay, that didn't hold. So then you would look at this demand here to hold. And maybe have a short towards that supply, demand. I don't know. Could short from here, maybe. But that didn't happen. And now you're just gonna wait for either sides to get tagged, either short or long. It's very simple, actually. It's not that hard. And if it doesn't give you an entry, then you just don't enter. I guess it ain't that deep in it. Just wait for this load to break. So you would have entered, let's say here, stops like that. TP would be here. That's like what, 2.3 R. If that's gonna hit. Let's see. It's taking too long. Okay, well, you got stopped out here after. How long is that? Fucking 5 hours. Actually, that's not too long. But you would want to see a retest here, which it did. Fucking hell. So you could have shorted here, probably. And then, I mean, essentially, it did tag in here. So, where could you TP? I think we have to go like 3 minute. If you want a 3 minute, let's say this, demand, it did get tagged as well. But it would probably take all these 3 lows. So, potentially, I mean, you could TP just here, right? Because then it could just continue going higher, because this probably is a 1 minute demand. So yeah, that would have hit if you took that trade. It went actually higher all the way to the place we expected it. It probably will go lower into this area. So what you could do is simply just continue the shorts toward that area, but just wait. Like, if you come closer to here, then I would have short. But if it goes up from here, like now I wouldn't short, because that's just too risky. But if it was up here, you could have shorted. So now we just wait for the price to pull back into the demand, because even if your demand isn't valid, like your demand is obviously valid, but if it bounces before your demand gets hit, Like you don't want to take a loss on that because you're just gonna be greedy then. So now you just wait for your entry model. So you break. This is like obviously a tap into the demand. Like it's no brainer that this is not a big deal, right? Gotta be fucking retarded if you like mind that. And now you're just gonna wait either for the retest or just another break. So there's a retest. We're just gonna wait for a flip to happen. Okay, that's choppy as fuck. Okay, and I would have entered here. Now the reason is you have a sweep and then you have the flip here, right, on this candle, and obviously because of that is the retest already, we could have just have your stops there. And then as a TP, possibly at the supply right here. I think the R is fucking ass, which this is fine to be honest. But if you look at the 1 hour, I see, okay, there's no 1 hour, then you gotta look at the 4 hour. Oh, this is all time out. Oh shit. Yeah, then we just might as well TP here. And maybe we'll get, okay, that's an instant loss. What the fuck? That was quick. Yeah, but I was gonna say we'll get a scale in, but obviously that didn't fucking happen. Now we're just gonna wait for another flip because we swept those lows. We came into the demand. Obviously the demand is a bit big. It could be find it like this, maybe like make a double demand, you know, and then see like the lower you go, obviously the more conviction it has. But that was just simply a liquidity sweep, I guess. So now you would just wait to play the continuation. Who the fuck's up there? Well, that was a retest to the demand. There was just no you would have entered here, which is fucking ass. Now we're in the supply, but since we did mitigate into this demand, like now, this is what I said in that video. Remember, like when you're in this demand, you have like a break of structure, you retest the demand, so you continue the trend. So now there's no point shorting here because we just confirmed that the trend is bullish and that we want to keep going higher. So shorting from here is not the option. So what you would look is either for a retest here or like 1 minute continuation, because most likely these highs are going to be taken because we know that we just retest into a demand, and once you retest the demand, it should go higher than the last high, which is obviously a continuation, right? So what we're going to do is simply try to continue them longs here. Like I'll show you on the first chalk flip that's going to instantly fail, right? For example, you had a chalk flip here, and that was inside the supply, but that's a fail because the trend is bullish, right? Obviously. Okay, now we broke structure, so now you're gonna wait for a retest to this demand, and you just want to long until you sweep that last high, and after that, look, that didn't give me an entry, so I'll wait for here. So you're gonna have like 3-4 demands, that's fine, as long as you don't enter without the entry model, obviously. Okay, now you can call this a kind of semi-break of structure. So now we're just waiting for that to get retested. Okay, now you broke that high. So now look here. Give a fucking entry, bruv. What the hell? Okay, we're in the demand. We took all those lows. So if you now get an entry, it would be good. Or we come all the way here, which is a little bit better actually. So you have all that. Now you just want to flip. Or you got the break. So now we need like a retest here. Right? What are those price actions? Why does it look so ugly? Okay, there's a sweep. Like this is the sweep, right? Okay, let's say you enter here. This is that retest already, so you could just stop there. Then that's another 3.2 R if it does hit. We'll see that in a minute. My eyes are dead. Okay, what do? We take all that out, then we come to retest here, which most likely what is happening is we just engineered more liquidity, right? Which with this is probably more liquidity for people to think that we're gonna fail going higher, but we just want to mitigate deeper before we take that high out. Like a lot of people will get faked here thinking that okay, this supply is valid, will probably go down from here, which I don't think. I don't know, I can't predict the future. Obviously, this is not the future, but I don't even remember this price action. So we had that break. This is that retest. I take it like this because it's like a 3-minute demand or like a 5-minute demand. Is that a flip? Okay, is that a... Okay. So let's say you would enter here. That's just a retest of the demand, then you have a chalk flip inside the demand. The R is okay, that's not bad. Instant drawdown, instant stop. So that's what we're now break even on 4 trades. Obviously I didn't take trades, which is ass, but it is what it is. Now what I would look at is I would still look that we would go higher from here. If not, we have to go down all the way here. Probably here. So we'll just wait for the last reaction because we did not take out this low yet, which we could actually. So we'll just wait and see. Okay, there's that low. You could take the other lows as well. And from here, we do have a 1-minute demand, right? This is a 1-minute demand that broke this supply. This supply react off that supply, react off this supply, right? You have a supply here. Right? Obviously it's like this. And this supply is the reason that the latest demand that broke structure to the upside went down. So this is a valid demand, you would say, right? We're gonna find out if it is valid, obviously. So we'll just wait for this high to break. Okay, for example this. Then you do that, and then boom, stop loss. What in the world, bro? Okay, so it actually went all the way. Okay, that makes sense, but whatever. So we got induced like fucking 3 times, but that's whatever. So now we went higher. Obviously it's all-time high. I don't fucking know how to trade all-time high. So now I'm like, people try to short on all-time high. What I would say is just long every all-time high you get, like the retest. I would actually take this and then just trill your stop loss. Like for example, imagine you entered here. You don't know where your TP is. Just with every low, you can just like move your stop loss higher, and then once a new break or structure happens, for example, then you could move your stop higher and higher every time because all-time high, you don't know what the fuck to do, right? I mean, that's what I do at least, because I don't know what all-time high, like, I don't believe in none of that numeric shit, so you don't know where price is gonna reject from or whatever. Obviously 2500 and stuff like that is a strong number, but that doesn't mean you should take that as TP in my opinion. For example, people would short here, but there's no need to short. Like, there's actually no need to short there, at least. What the hell? So you would take this and then try to continue some longs in. Obviously, if there's no entry model presented, then you don't enter. It's very simple. Again, another break. I would look probably here to long. But you want a bit of a solid entry, to be honest. For example, you could have entered here. On reference, you could have entered here if you think about it. Because that is a chalk flip. But like, imagine you enter here. This is gonna be your stop. Where the fuck are you gonna TP? You don't even know. Like, right? Let's say 2530, which is the next level that makes sense. Would it go there? Would it not? You never know, right? So that's a bit risky part of trading all-time high, cause it could reject fucking whenever. And what I would do is potentially I would have trailed my stop here, for example, because that's the last break of structure or whatnot. So then you're only risking half ish, and then you just wait to find out what happens. And then you don't even have to TP. Let's say you extend your TP, then you could trail your stop here. But obviously, since you already took that 25.30, you're just gonna go out with a 2.7 R, which it would make more sense if you like enter somewhere here. But then again, by the time the chop flip happens, there's not really nice RR looking, right? Now we did have that, so you see there's a lot of potential, a lot of upside we have and had. So then you have this demand on the 5 minute. Then you simply wait and see what happens through the next demand zone. Does it get run through, or like see it gets completely run through, which makes sense because there was a lot of liquidity being built up, right? Then you tag into here. But obviously with trading all-time high, I think you have to wait a little bit more. So now what we want to see is either this high get broken, but if this high right here, right? If this high right here creates a new low, for example, if it breaks this low, then we most likely will see a small retracement, right? That's just how I see it. So now you will see, boom, there it is, right? Because this is the last high printed, which broke 1 minute or 5 minute structure. Then you get the retest into the supply, and you get that same low, which mitigated into that demand, or even any of these demands. It gets broken through, which shows that we will at least go back to, let's say here, right, which is the demands that broke supply. So once that happens, you just wait, and then you could look for buys again. Okay, it's not that deep, it's not that hard. Pause. Then you wait for a demand, boom, just like that. It's very fucking hot in my room, actually, like, holy shit. And then boom, there's no entry model, so you don't enter, right? Very simple. Now you come into this demand. You could actually take it like this, right? You could have taken that both because it's actually a double demand. And now you just wait for the entry model. That's it. You see there's a rejection from that supply. That's already one thing to notice. And now you just gotta wait. For example, if that supply would have made this low broken, break this low, then you know, okay, we're probably gonna see more downside potential. But since it didn't, and since it's again breaking that supply, we know that there could be upside potential or even rejection from here. But we don't want to trade the shorts, we want to trade the longs because we're in a demand. So you can always monitor the rejections, but you just want to keep on buying and buying when you can. Which, for example, let's wait till we come into the demand, which if we don't, then you simply look for new demands, right? For example, here. Now let's go on 3 minute. There it is. Let's see. Could enter here, right? Because this was kind of an inducement low, and then you have that demand thingy there. And then where would you TP? I mean, you could TP here, but is the RR nice? I mean, if you go on 5 minute, I think it would be a little bit nicer. Yeah, take it like this. Take a trade like this, 3R. Let's see if that hits, or if it stops again. And then maybe you could always find a retest somewhere here, maybe if it does come. Obviously, we'll see. Okay, we did we did sweep this, right, which is still the one like a major high kind of. Then you have that, and then you have the other one as a last demand that would give you a chance, right? Now you did. Could you have a scale in here? You could, if you want to. This is the potential scaling I would look at. I'm gonna give you guys a reason, because we do come into this demand here, right? We induce this demand, we come into the next demand. You do have like a kind of reaction here, or even after the sweep that you come back up here, that gives a reaction. We break structure, because here that is the demand, so there would be early buyers. So, and this is just the last retest, so if it goes here, it would probably go down there as well, right? That's the whole idea of this trade. So you get stopped out, but now what you have to look at is, well, yeah, it goes to the stop. So there would be no point having your stop here if you could just have it here. Like obviously your stop is gonna be smaller, but that doesn't change the fact that you will still hit a stop, right? So that's why just try to look at the latest retest or whatnot. And then after being years in this trade for how long? Fucking 4 hours. Why does that look so small? Well, yeah, that's kind of a crazy liquidity sweep, I can't lie. What's gonna happen? Oh, what the fuck's happening? Okay. Well, you build up a lot of liquidity here, which is good. So we're gonna take that, obviously. So we're now like minus 1 hour, I think, in all those 5 trades. So far, for I think it's 3 days now, you're just minus 1 hour, right? For 3 days and 5 trades, kind of something like that. So now you have the retest here. So now we're in the demand we just marked out a few days ago. We know that the good thing is with the demands that you mark out a few days ago is that like you're not really in a rush, or like you're not really in a motive of I need to fucking short here or whatnot or long here. You just put it in a few days ago and that's it, right? Now we'll see if we get an entry model. Fucking hell. Okay, we come into 5-minute demand on the small demand right there. Small demand, what the hell, that makes no sense. We're still in demands, but let's remove all this bullshit. Actually, no, we need that. Let's just move this. Okay, if we flip here, that would be good. Can't lie. That's a good flip, right? Because if you look at this, we're in the most extreme, probably 3-minute demand, I would say. You're kind of in the most extreme 3-minute demand, right? You did come in already. You did get that liquidity sweep, which is a good thing. That's early buyers because it did go up pretty well. Then you simply have to flip here. So now this should just run higher. Obviously, we don't know if it's gonna run higher. I got no clue. I can't lie. So let's just see. So I hate the trades where you go into profit and then you go to stop loss. So annoying. But yeah, that's another minus 1 hour. So that's a minus 2 hour. I think it's like 2.25 hours, something like that. So now we come into the most extreme demand. And if this doesn't hold, then you're gonna fucking dive down. How many pips? I mean, not that much if you think about it. That's like another 90 pips. We'll see if that happens. I don't know why my Discord notifications are randomly on today. They would never be on. Okay. Well, okay, that's something. Well, you have a break of structure. Obviously, we're not gonna enter on this because that's just outrageous. Like your stop's gonna be 500 million pips anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, I would enter here. This makes sense to me, right? Because why? We do have this demand. This does kind of, like, if you realistically think about it, this does kind of fit in the 50-minute demand. We just refined it. And then what do you have? You have this liquidity sweep. You're still in the demand. You did have that chalk flip or the break of structure, whatever. This is the retest. Take that latest low, which people would have entered before the chalk flip. So this is more convictional. This should hit in it. Like, obviously we're gonna TP just here at the supply. So we'll see how that plays out. Actually, maybe we could see some scanners. Should fucking. Okay, another break. Could retest here and then maybe buy from here. I don't know. I would enter here again, but I wouldn't trade the auto stop because that's just a very good entry. So I don't want to like fuck that entry up just to get a new entry, kind of. If that makes sense. So we'll look something like this. It is late in the day though. Okay, so you're gonna get sucked out. So that's minus 3R. So now you need to hit the trade to be 0.3R loss for the week. Ain't no way that retest is crazy. Anyways, we did have that retest. Now you do have that fucking 5-minute flip now. So it should continue going higher, which we could take from here. So let's see if we get a retest anywhere that we could take. Although I would say we could potentially, if we get a scaling, I would probably TP just out here, but we better get some scaling going. Okay, well, that's just whatever. Okay, we have the flip now. Can't believe backtesting is this boring. Can't lie. Is anyone still like daily backtest in here? I'm mad respect. I can't lie. I want to see a drop somewhere. That's a good drop. Okay, well, not too much in it. I will probably scale it in here, trail my stops here, like this, and then obviously just TP both at this, and then just call it a day, right? Okay, that makes sense. What should fucking go higher now? What am I surprised? Actually, no, it doesn't. Now we come to the all the way extreme. How many minus are we? Does anyone know? I think we're -4 at this point. It's embarrassing. But yeah, I remember one time being -9 in the stream and not fucking returning it back. That was crazy. And that was in 2 trades as well. We're still potentially in this. Last in a quarter, yeah, it is. I don't know why you guys ask this question so much, like 5 million times. So the reason why I didn't enter here, because that would have considered being a flip if I wanted to, like once the sweep happens, I always see another candle break above it, so that it confirms that's an actual break instead of just being a liquidity sweep. So that's why I didn't enter. So now let me just sip on this water real quick, because my mouth thirsty as fuck. Okay, cool. Let's just check. Let's just reanalyze it. Let's just check where we at. So the first retest should be this, because that is the supply that broke the demand that broke supply. Why? Because here you did have the sweep, then you come back and then you obviously make sure that that sweep is not really a sweep, except that's just really a fucking what's it called, a proper break, right? So let's move this all the way. It's like a long day, long time. So now this should hold, right? Something like that. See a break of these highs, then I would enter. Okay, well that's a bad entry, but that's fine. So here, what is the reasoning? Obviously, you sweep this low, then you sweep this low, If not, it's just a simple break of structure and then a retest and then another, like kind of a chalk flip inside the what's it called? The demand, right? That's kind of the idea. And then where the fuck would you TP? That's a good badass question. I will potentially look at these highs or this supply right here, like the TP. But we'll see. Against the drawdown as usual, which is kind of used. Then you do get the. That's pretty close. I don't know why this trade always comes so fucking late. Like, what's going on, man? Like, when I just trade on my own, it never happens like that. My trades take like 5 fucking minutes. Some point. Okay, that finally hits TP. So that is what, 3. So you'll be like -1. Okay, you'll be like -1 now. So now you know. We came into this supply. From this supply, where is next? Well, we don't fucking know. But you would look for potential shorts. If there is anywhere to short, which you could short from here. Right, if you short from here, reason being you're in the supply, you sweep this. Obviously I want to see a break below, so we'll take it like this. And then you have a chalk flip if it would happen all the way. If it doesn't, then we'll wait. And TP, I would potentially look at something like this. But let's wait for the break first. Well, okay, you would have gotten the trigger, whatever. That's such a dead trade. I don't want to take it from all. Obviously Monday, but like still. Okay, that's a stop and a half. So now, this motherfucker absolutely cooked us. So now what is next? Obviously the supply here. I mean, where is this? We'll take something like this. So you take all those highs, or you could even take it like the first. I mean, the first down candle kind of made us kind of like this, but even then you could just take it like this if you really want to. And then you just wait, and well, there you have a tap in. So now, well, what is looking is shorts, right? So what you have now is simply you already have the chalk flip happen, but I would wait for a retest into here because it's very choppy, right? Okay, that's a good drop. So now you would look for the retest, which is here. Now let's just wait for a chalk flip to happen. If it will, if it won't, then we would just wait for the, I mean, this is a break of structure, so you just wait for the retest of this candle, kind of, and then from there on you could short with a chalk flip, obviously. So, this is a nice retest, that's true, but I wouldn't enter here, I would still wait. Like, this is a nice chalk flip, actually you could just enter there. Let's say for example you could just enter, obviously that's the wrong side, you just enter here, have your stops here, or let's say at this all low, high, or why did I say low? And then from here, where would you TP? That's a good ass question. At the same demand I had before, which was like that 25-13 guy, I think, yeah, something like this. This is what you would have, right? This is what I would potentially take. And if it does come to retest after we break any lows, then I would just come for, that was very close, what the hell. But yeah, I would, obviously now we have new supply. If it does retest, I would look for a scale in. But you hit TP, so now you're plus 3R, new week obviously. So we are plus 3R. Now what is gonna happen next? Since this supply did hold, I would potentially look for us to potentially, where could we go next? I would possibly say, I don't know, this low, maybe? I don't think this low will get taken, to be honest, because that is quite a strong low. But if we do refine this on like the 3 minute, right, the M1, yeah, we could take it like this, and then we just TP here and long from there. If we do get another short in, right? So we'll see. This is well Monday, okay? Well, we had that demand actually, but yeah, I mean, you could have long from here potentially. Let's just wait for the retest. Ain't no way that retest. Ain't no way, wait. There's no way, right? I mean, oh, you could have taken that. Yeah, actually. Is that the first? Yeah, that kind of is. So you could have taken this, right? Because that is a sweep. And then you would have taken your TP on this demand right here. Right? That is a trade you could have taken. Or if we pull back more, like, you know, retest. Like for example, the retest here. Is that retest? That just isn't. It's kind of sad. But we'll see if you could find like you could like potentially trade continuations from here. So we'll just wait for like any pushback to like get another entry. You could call this entry kind of a valid one. So now you break, for example, right? On this break, what you want to have, you just want to have a simple retest. I don't know, towards like I would say here. And if that does come with like a chalk flip, you could enter again. But obviously, just age the session now. Boom, boom. Okay, you could enter here. I always do this wrong. Oh, actually, that's right. So you could have entered here, and then I would say the same TP, to be honest. Which is like a crazy whistle word. You can't lie. What the fuck? What is that stop? Why is it so small? It's Asia, but like, holy shit. That is quite small. Okay, well, you run down, nice. That's another retest you could have shorted, but let's just say we won't take another entry here because like that is a very fucking good entry if you think about it. Holy shit. And will it go to full TP? That's the question, isn't it? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way, buddy. You gotta be joking, right? Right? You gotta be joking at that point. What the fuck's happening? Oh, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy, bro. That was so close. What the fuck? That was so close. That's insane. But well, yeah, that's 25R, I guess. What the fuck? That was hella close. Obviously, from here, you could look for buys, obviously. But the question is, where the fuck do you look for buys? I mean, I want to retest in here and then look for buys. So we'll just wait on 3 minute. Let's see, that retest. There is a nice retest. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's a good entry here. Where do you TP? I'll potentially TP at these highs because is that a good TP? Yeah, probably is. Get a quick scalp. Bro, what's up with these stops? Okay, never mind. So now we're in again. We did have that chalk flip. But obviously, since we're not going to have the full entry, let's just say we enter here to keep it a little bit fair. And where do you TP? I would potentially say that we just TP all the way here. Due to the fact that that all is liquidity being built up. What do you guys think? Let's see. Okay, well maybe we could look for some scalers, right? because the risk reward is not the most attractive. That's what we know. So when you know the risk reward is not that attractive, you look for scalers, right? It's very simple. So I would say maybe somewhere here to get a retest on. Or if you break structure, then you find this a new demand. Okay, give this a chalk flip now. If you break this high, I would enter. Okay, so we had that sweep here, or even you could just call all that here a sweep, and then just you break that. So that's your entry, and then same TP again. That's a better risk to reward, I guess. That will hit, obviously. And obviously, if you have like 2 trades, I wouldn't scale it too much. Fuck you now, bruv. Okay, that's full TP. That's 6R. So that's like 31R profit, I guess. Was it? Something like that for the 2 weeks. Which the first week was shit. You're seeing what? -5, -4. Then the second week, even if you don't pull that 25R trade, you still are in deep profit because of that 10R and then a 3R and then another 3R and then another one and another one, and it just fucking adds up, right? I'm trying to get 15 here. And then from here, do you go to all-time high or do you fucking short? What is gonna happen? Well, you would just wait and see if something really happens. Like, what we do want to see is like this get disrespected. If you want to short, you break this and then you retest, and then if you break that low again, that's when you know, okay, we're going down, right? So now, from here, for example, you want to see this, like for example, if there is a short possibility, you know, but if this same low right here gets broken, you know we want to go, like it's gonna go short, right? So you're gonna wait, it's not broken yet, so there's a break. So now you know it's a short game. So now for every break of structure with pullback, you want a short, kind of, as long as it's not like inducement. So for example here, you want to get a pullback into your supply. Obviously if it trades lower, then it's gonna go run lower, but like I do think that would get a retest somehow, or like you just get a new one, kind of. Okay, now we're in the supply. Let's see if you get a chop flip. No, we don't. Let's see if we get a retest in here, and then maybe a chop flip. Like, come on, Sean. Okay, here you have a chalk flip, which is obviously you have the liquidity here and the breakdown here. You have that stop, and then where would you TP? I would potentially TP at like this demand with that low as inducement. So something like this. This is drawdown. This is what we love to see. It's like every trade I trade, it goes into instant drawdown. Even if it goes TP, it'll go instant drawdown and then go to TP. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is like a 2-hour trade. That's what I need. Quick 2 hour, 5 point, like just 5R. Absolutely beautiful. So now we could long from here, right? So let's wait for a sweep or whatever. If you break this, could for bias. Okay, boom. This is the retest, so there's no point having your stop. Actually, no. I'll just fucking keep it like this. I feel like the market maker is gonna hunt on me. And then where would you TP? I would say 25, 15, but that resource ass. So let's just wait for a retest. I'd say let's wait for a retest towards here, and then maybe we could, because that would perfectly align with these liquidities. Okay, that would make sense. See, insta drawdown, that's crazy. Always like that. Okay, well, ooh. Okay, so you would have entered here. Stops like that, and then you fuck TP at the same place as said. That's better RR. Let's see what happens. Okay, you run nice, and then you run again, and you get stopped the fuck out, and then you go lower and lower probably. So what's next here is obviously this demand here. So we'll probably go there. If not, we'll go here. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll just move this 15-minute. Okay, that's the reaction I have. I wouldn't have taken the trade because it's out of the demand. So I'll just wait for the retest here. And then we could long. It's obvious clear that it wants to go higher, right? Okay. Well, I would probably wait for like demand to form, because obviously no one's gonna take a fucking trade there. So potentially in here, if that's a 3-minute. Okay. I want like a small pullback into the demand quickly. Could have taken the trade there, but fuck that. Now we want to retest like here. I'll just wait for the retest. Okay, there's a retest. There's the break, structure, whatever. So now we have. Okay, that's a good entry. That's a very good entry. Because you have a pullback into here, you sweep this, and then obviously you break that. So that's a very good entry. And then for a TP, I would look this time probably 25, 24, probably like this. This is what I would look at because it's like this here, right? So let's just say this. Yeah, this is what I would look at. Maybe we can get some scale. Oh shit! The fuck is this? What the fuck is that? That was close. Holy shit. Well, actually, we could scale in. Fuck it, because we did retest into here. We broke that chalk flip. Could literally scale in here. Like it's so free. Well, okay, that was close. Don't stop me out, please, sir. You could scale it again. Like literally, you could scale the fucking again, because of the fact that you have this demand. You keep continuing higher, and then you just have that. I mean, you have this liquidity, and then you break that. So you could really scale in again if you want to. Like if you miss the first entry, the second or third entry, you literally have all these entries. Unless we get stopped the fuck out, which we don't. Obviously, I could show more scaling, but we don't need to after this. Because that's fucking enough trades, isn't it? Well, that's your full TP. That's like what, fucking 28R. It's crazy because I took this trade myself as well to make like 21k. But yeah. And after this, I didn't take any trades, and I felt like the price action was shit. So I'm not gonna fucking backtest that. Because after that, we just chopped around. I was thinking we would go all-time high after this. After we saw that drop and then the retest here, or like even here, I don't even know. I think let's play down 15 minutes, see what happens. Yeah, I thought from here we would go all-time high. We were very close, but it never got there. And then it just chopped down, and then it just died. Like really, pretty much just died. And this is now. Actually, it didn't. Is it? Is it now? But something like this. Yeah, it's very close. Well, from here. Well, fuck. Well, either this has to hold, or we're going back to. I mean, that's not a big difference. Like 84. And after that, I mean, we do have a lot of news this week, so NFP and shit. So I don't really know. A lot of things could happen.